Can I ask you something a little personal? Have you ever stared at a page and the words started to blur? Have you squinted at a familiar face and realized you couldn't quite make out their expression? Or worse, have you reached for your glasses, cleaned them twice, and still felt like the world was just a little dimmer than it used to be? If you're over 60 years old, I want you to listen closely, because what I'm about to share may be the turning point between living fully or slowly losing your independence day by day. I'm Dr. James Langford, a neurologist with 30 years of experience helping older Americans prevent stroke, recover brain function, and protect the one sense we take most for granted, our vision. And I've discovered something that may surprise you. Most seniors believe fading vision is just a matter of aging eyes. But the truth is, many cases I see in my clinic have nothing to do with the eyes at all. The real issue? It starts in the brain. And once you understand this silent connection, you can take control of it. In this video, I'll reveal 3 specific things: simple, natural, proven, that can not only protect your eyes, but also sharpen your memory, your focus, and even help prevent stroke. But first, I want to hear from you. Have you experienced blurred vision, dry eyes, or difficulty seeing at night? Comment yes if you have, and if not, write no. Either way, you're not alone. Because today, we begin a new journey, one that starts in the brain and ends with clarity. Number 1, the 3 invisible enemies attacking your vision after 70. Let me tell you something most eye doctors won't. When seniors over 70 start to notice their vision fading, most of them think it's just dry eyes or old lenses. They go out and buy stronger glasses or spend hundreds of dollars on drops that promise relief. But here's the truth. Your eyes might not be the real problem. In fact, in over 3 decades of treating aging patients, I've seen the same silent trio show up again and again. 3 enemies: quiet, dangerous, and completely overlooked. The first, your blood flow. After the age of 70, the microcirculation to your eyes, those tiny delicate blood vessels, can drop by up to 40%. That means the cells in your retina are starving for oxygen and nutrients. They're suffocating slowly and silently. The second enemy, inflammation. Not the kind you feel with a sore joint, but low-grade, full-body inflammation that simmers under the surface for years. And guess what? The retina is one of its easiest targets. It's like a slow fire burning through your visual cells day after day without warning. And the third, your tear film. Yes, that thin, invisible layer that keeps your eyes moist and protected. After 70, the glands that produce it start to shut down. And when your eyes dry out, they don't just feel uncomfortable. They become exposed to pollution, bacteria, even injury. Do you feel any of this? Dry eyes, strained vision, blurry reading? Leave a comment below and tell me what your biggest struggle has been. Because recognizing these 3 enemies is the first step to protecting the life behind your eyes, your independence, your freedom, your brain. Number 2, Chia. The tiny seed fighting inflammation in your eyes and brain. I want you to imagine something. There's a wildfire burning quietly in your body right now, not in your lungs, not in your joints, but behind your eyes and inside your brain. It's called low-grade chronic inflammation, and if you're over 60, chances are it's already started. In my 3 decades as a neurologist, I've learned this. Inflammation is one of the biggest reasons seniors lose their vision. But it's not just your eyes. The same fire slowly damages your brain's memory cells, your nerves, your mood. That's the bad news. The good news? There's a tiny seed that can help smother that fire. It's called Chia. Just 1 spoonful a day can begin to change everything. You see, chia is the richest plant-based source of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. ALA works like a natural firefighter inside your body, It helps reduce inflammation in your blood vessels. It strengthens the delicate membranes of your retina, and it even feeds the protective fatty layers in your brain, improving memory, clarity, and focus. One of my patients, Susan, age 73, used to apply artificial tears every hour. Her eyes burned, her vision blurred. After just 3 weeks of adding ground chia to her morning oatmeal, she called me in tears. But this time, they were tears of relief. Her eyes felt alive again. She could read longer, go outside without sunglasses. And her mind was finally clear. This isn't magic. It's cell biology. Chia seeds help your cells fight back. They hydrate your eyes from the inside and protect your brain before it needs saving. Do you use chia in your meals? If not, would you be willing to try? Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear how it goes. Number 3, flaxseed. Protecting the macula and healing the gut-eye connection. Let me tell you the part of the story most people miss. When seniors lose their central vision, the kind that helps you read, recognize faces, or thread a needle, it usually begins with damage to one place, the macula. This small area in the retina is responsible for high-definition vision. It is what lets you see the fine details in a book or the smile on your granddaughter's face. But after the age of 70, this tiny powerhouse becomes a battlefield. It is under constant attack by microscopic enemies called free radicals. Imagine billions of invisible darts hitting the same spot in your eye every single day. That's oxidative stress. And it is one of the silent drivers of age-related macular degeneration. Now here is the truth. No one talks about you cannot protect your eyes if your gut is in chaos. Yes, your gut. The bacteria living in your intestines decide whether or not your body can absorb the very nutrients your eyes desperately need. And this is where flaxseed becomes a game changer. Flaxseed is not only rich in fiber, it also contains powerful antioxidants called lignans. Lignans are like a personal bodyguard for your macula. They stand between your retinal cells and the damage caused by free radicals. But they also go deeper. The soluble and insoluble fiber in flaxseed feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut. It helps rebuild the intestinal wall so that your body can absorb nutrients better. One of my patients, Thomas, at 80 years old, told me he had given up reading because the words started swimming on the page. He started adding ground flaxseed to his yogurt just 3 days a week. After a month, he called me with excitement in his voice. He was reading again. Not for hours, but long enough to enjoy a chapter before bed. His vision felt steadier. And his stomach troubles, almost gone. When your gut heals, your eyes receive what they've been starving for. That's not a slogan. That is biology. So tell me, have you ever struggled with stomach issues and vision problems at the same time? If so, you are not imagining the link. Your gut and your eyes are speaking. It is time to listen. Leave me a comment and share what your experience has been. You might help someone else realize they are not alone. Number 4, sunflower seeds. The unexpected trigger for vision and brain regeneration. There is something about healing that always surprises me. Sometimes the biggest changes don't come from expensive treatments or high-tech machines. They come from nature, from something as simple as a seed. And the one seed I never expected to be this powerful, sunflower. Yes, sunflower seeds, not the salty ones you snack on at ball games. I'm talking about raw, unsalted sunflower seeds prepared in a special way that unlocks their full healing potential. Let me explain. Your retina has cells that scientists once believed could never regenerate. Once damaged, they were gone forever. But recent research in nutritional neuroscience has found something incredible. Under the right conditions, your retina holds dormant stem cells, cells that can wake up, repair, replace, regrow. And what flips the switch? A very specific combination of nutrients: vitamin E, zinc, selenium. All three of these live inside sunflower seeds, but only when the seeds are prepared the right way. Roasted sunflower seeds won't do the job. Processed seeds lose their life force. But when you soak raw sunflower seeds for exactly 2 hours in filtered water and then gently dry them at low heat, their healing compounds activate. It is like you are unlocking nature's blueprint for vision repair. One of my patients, a retired carpenter named Harold, had been diagnosed with early macular degeneration. He followed the full seed protocol: chia in the morning, flax on alternate days, sunflower in the afternoons, activated just as I described. 6 weeks later, his retinal scans showed something his eye doctor could not explain. The damage had stopped progressing, and there were early signs of cellular repair. But that is not all. Harold told me something even more remarkable. He was sleeping better, remembering names, and for the first time in years, he felt mentally sharp. That's when it hit me. The retina is not just an eye tissue. It is brain tissue. It is directly connected to your central nervous system. So when you feed it correctly, you're not just helping your vision, you're nurturing your brain. And your brain will thank you with clarity, energy, and confidence. So let me ask you, have you ever tried soaking sunflower seeds for healing? Or have you only eaten the roasted ones? Would you be open to preparing them this way, if it could mean saving your sight and protecting your brain? Leave a comment below. And let's explore this together. Number 5, your morning mistake. Why the brain-eye connection breaks down after 60 without this one habit. Let me ask you something simple. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you reach for your phone? Do you skip breakfast? Or maybe just grab a cup of coffee and keep going? If you're over 60, your morning routine holds more power than you think. Because every morning, your brain and your eyes wake up together. And they need the same thing to function: circulation. But here's the mistake I see over and over in my patients. They skip the one habit that could strengthen their brain-eye connection every single day. Hydration. Yes. A tall glass of water. Not juice, not tea, not coffee. Just clean, room temperature water. Why? Because during the night, your body loses water through breathing, sweat, and digestion. By the time you wake up, your blood is thicker, slower. Your eyes and your brain are the first to feel it. Without proper hydration, the tiny blood vessels in your retina struggle to deliver oxygen. Your brain becomes foggy. And the visual processing center in your occipital lobe, the back of your brain, has to work harder just to focus. One of my patients, Daniel, age 67, complained of morning headaches and blurry vision. He thought it was just aging, but the real issue, he started every day dehydrated. I asked him to do one thing: drink 1 full glass of water before anything else. Not with pills, not with coffee, just water. 2 weeks later, his headaches were gone. His vision stabilized. He said he felt awake for the first time in years. Sometimes healing isn't about adding more. It's about restoring what's been missing. Water is your brain's delivery system. It carries the nutrients from the chia, flax, and sunflower seeds you've just learned about. It keeps your eyes moist from within. And it powers the electrical signals your brain uses to see clearly. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, drink that glass of water. Then tell me, what did you feel? Leave a comment below. Your story might inspire someone else to begin. Number 6, why your eyesight declines faster without these evening brain habits. Let me share something I've learned over 3 decades of treating seniors. The brain doesn't rest the moment you close your eyes. In fact, For many people over 60, nighttime is when their brain works the hardest. It's when memories are stored, when your eyes recover from the strain of the day, and when your body decides whether to repair or to continue breaking down. But here's what most people don't realize. The hour before bedtime is one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your eyesight and mental clarity. Yet, it's often wasted scrolling through the phone, watching TV under harsh blue light, or snacking on something sweet just to relax. These habits may feel small, but over time, they sabotage the recovery process. Your eyes ever get a true break. Your brain never fully shifts into repair mode. And little by little, your vision suffers. So what can you do instead? I teach my patients 3 habits to restore the brain-eye connection at night. First, dim the lights 30 minutes before bed. This tells your body it's time to release melatonin, the hormone that repairs eye tissues and supports healthy sleep. Second, stop screen use at least 1 hour before sleep. Blue light disrupts the retina and confuses the brain's internal clock. Third, breathe deeply. Just 5 minutes of slow breathing, counting 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out, can reduce blood pressure, improve oxygen flow to the retina, and relax the visual cortex. One of my patients, Evelyn, age 71, used to wake up tired with dry, irritated eyes. She began ending each night with candlelight, deep breathing, and no screens. After 3 weeks, her vision no longer blurred in the mornings. She felt rested, her mind felt peaceful, and her eyes were no longer screaming for relief. Evenings are sacred. They are not just for rest. They are your window of healing. Are you protecting that time? If not, which of these 3 habits would you be willing to try tonight? Tell me in the comments below. I want to hear which one speaks to you. Number 7, the real reason some seniors go blind and how to stop it before it starts. Let me be very honest with you. Most seniors don't go blind overnight. It doesn't happen like turning off a light switch. It happens slowly, quietly, cell by cell. And here is the part that breaks my heart. In many cases, it was preventable. Not with expensive surgeries, not with endless prescriptions, but with small, consistent actions that most people were never told about. I've had patients who came in after their vision had already faded beyond return. And do you know what they said to me? I thought it was normal. I didn't know there was anything I could do. No one ever warned me. It's not their fault. The system failed them. But you, right now, have a chance to do something different. Because the real reason some seniors go blind is not just genetics or bad luck. It's because the early warning signs were ignored. Dryness, blurred focus, night glare, eye fatigue. These are not just annoyances, they are signals. Signals that your retina, your macula, and your optic nerve are calling out for help. You do not need to wait for disaster to act. Start with the 3 healing seeds: chia, flax, and sunflower. Add water in the morning. Create calm at night. Train your circulation gently with movement. You don't have to do it all at once, but you have to start. One of my former patients, Arthur, lost central vision in one eye before he came to me. He thought it was too late, but we focused on the other eye. With steady care and daily nutrition, he kept what he had. He told me something I will never forget. Doctor, I may have lost sight in one eye, but because of what you taught me, I kept my life. And that's the truth. Protecting your vision is not about seeing the world, it's about staying in it. So let me ask you, what are you willing to do today to make sure you don't lose tomorrow? Tell me in the comments. And don't keep this to yourself. Share it with someone you love. Because vision lost may never return, but vision protected can last a lifetime. Number 8, the full 7-day brain-eye protocol that's changing lives after 60. You've heard the science. You've felt the emotion. Now let's turn that into action because knowledge means nothing without movement. I call this the 7-day brain-eye protocol. It's simple, gentle, and designed for seniors over 60 who want to protect their vision and sharpen their mind without pills or confusion. It works because it gives your body a rhythm. And healing, real healing, happens when rhythm meets consistency. Here's how it goes. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In the morning, take 1 tablespoon of freshly ground chia seeds. Mix them into your oatmeal, yogurt, or even just water with lemon. Chia will begin calming inflammation and hydrating your visual tissues from the inside. At lunch, if possible, take a short walk. Even 10 minutes helps move nutrients into the eyes and brain. In the evening, light a candle, dim your lights, and breathe slowly. Let your brain shift into repair mode. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. In the morning, replace chia with flaxseed. Grind 1 teaspoon fresh and mix it into yogurt or a smoothie. Flax works deeply, healing your gut lining, protecting the macula, and enhancing absorption of key vitamins. At lunch, eat warm, fiber-rich food like cooked greens or oatmeal to keep your gut calm and supportive. At night, skip the screens. Just close your eyes and listen to music or silence. Let your retina rest. Let your brain recover. Sunday. This is Sunflower Day. Prepare 1 tablespoon of raw, unsalted sunflower seeds. Soak them for exactly 2 hours in filtered water, then dry them gently at low heat. Eat them alone or sprinkle on salad or soup. These seeds provide vitamin E, zinc, and selenium, activating your retina's healing response and supporting brain cell renewal. Let Sunday be your day of stillness. Reflection, renewal. I've seen this exact plan work for dozens of my patients. People who thought they were just getting old. Now, reading again. Sleeping deeper. Remembering better. But remember this. None of it works unless you do. So I want to ask you something important. Would you be willing to try this 7-day brain-eye plan for just 1 week? And if so, which day are you most excited to begin? Let me know in the comments, because when you show up for your health, your brain, your eyes, and your entire body respond. Number 9, unexpected benefits. What patients experience beyond just clearer vision? Most people start the 7-day brain-eye protocol for one reason. They want to see more clearly. They want to read a book again, drive safely, look their loved ones in the eyes and recognize every detail. But what surprises many of them is this. The benefits go far beyond their eyes. I've had patients tell me, "Doctor, I came here to fix my vision, but I got my mind back." And let me tell you why. When you feed the retina, you're feeding the brain. When you reduce inflammation in your eye, you're calming your entire nervous system. When you repair the gut, you're stabilizing your mood and increasing your focus. One patient, Marlene, age 75, began using flax and sunflower seeds regularly. After 4 weeks, her vision was better. But she also noticed something else. Her sleep became deeper. She was no longer waking up at 2 a.m. with racing thoughts. She remembered conversations, names, and even old recipes she had not cooked in years. Another patient, Roy, age 72, had struggled with mild anxiety and memory lapses. After 1 month on the protocol, he called and said, "I feel like myself again. I'm not just seeing better, I'm thinking better." That's the hidden power of this routine. It's not just for the eyes. It gently rewires how your brain functions by giving it the fuel, rest, and rhythm it craves. Some patients even reduce their dependence on sleeping pills or memory supplements after a few weeks, not because they stopped trying, but because their body finally had what it needed. So if you've been chasing clarity, not just in vision, but in life, this might be the foundation you've been missing. Let me ask you this. What would it mean to you, not just to see clearly, but to feel mentally clear again? Have you experienced any of these hidden benefits? Tell me in the comments below. Your experience could be the reason someone else decides to begin. Number 9, unexpected benefits. What patients experience beyond just clearer vision. Most people start the 7-day brain-eye protocol for one reason. They want to see more clearly. They want to read a book again, drive safely, look their loved ones in the eyes and recognize every detail. But what surprises many of them is this: the benefits go far beyond their eyes. I've had patients tell me, "Doctor, I came here to fix my vision, but I got my mind back." Let me tell you why. When you feed the retina, you're feeding the brain. When you reduce inflammation in your eye, you're calming your entire nervous system. When you repair the gut, you're stabilizing your mood and increasing your focus. One patient, Marlene, age 75, began using flax and sunflower seeds regularly. After 4 weeks, her vision was better, but she also noticed something else. Her sleep became deeper. She was no longer waking up at 2 in the morning with racing thoughts. She remembered conversations, names, and even old recipes she had not cooked in years. Another patient, Roy, age 72, had struggled with mild anxiety and memory lapses. After 1 month on the protocol, he called and said, "I feel like myself again. I'm not just seeing better, I'm thinking better." That's the hidden power of this routine. It's not just for the eyes. It gently rewires how your brain functions by giving it the fuel, rest, and rhythm it craves. Some patients even reduce their dependence on sleeping pills or memory supplements after a few weeks, not because they stopped trying, but because their body finally had what it needed. So if you've been chasing clarity, not just in vision, but in life, this might be the foundation you've been missing. Let me ask you this: what would it mean to you, not just to see clearly, but to feel mentally clear again? Have you experienced any of these hidden benefits? Tell me in the comments below. Your experience could be the reason someone else decides to begin. If you've made it this far, let me say something from the heart. You didn't just watch a video. You chose to understand your body. You chose to believe that your future can be different from your past. That's powerful, because at this stage of life, every choice you make matters more, not less. And your eyes, they are not just a way to see the world. They are how you read your grandchild's birthday card, how you find your way home, how you stay independent in a world that often forgets the value of aging. So if all you take away from this is one small habit, chia in your breakfast, flax in your smoothie, sunflower on Sundays, then you've already made progress. But if you feel something deeper, if you want to protect your brain while you protect your eyes, if you want to live with clarity, not confusion, then don't stop here. This journey is just beginning. There's one more seed you haven't met yet, and it could be the one that saves your retina. It's natural, it's simple, and it's sitting right there in your pantry. Click now to watch Eat This Seed to Protect Your Eyes and Retina Naturally. It may be the most important 3 minutes you invest in your vision today. And as always, leave me a comment below. I read everyone because your story matters. You matter.